Here's an almost new white sneaker, no scratches, no scuffs. I've barely worn these but a few times. But as you can see, when I flip them over, there's a layer of dirt on the bottom of the soles. And like all white sneakers, over time, they're going to become dirty. They're going to become scuffed up. And sooner or later, these beautiful white sneakers will become replaced with a brand new pair. You might even buy a black pair instead, but that's a whole different topic. Now it's interesting because in the beginning, we try like hell to keep them clean, We rub off the scuffs, we take a rag and clean them to wipe off the dirt. But sooner or later, it's likely the scuffs and the dirt will overtake our efforts to ward off the scuffs and dirt. Maybe it starts with the laces, getting a small stain on them. Or, you rip a piece off the material that can't be fixed. But no matter what, wearing new white sneakers will result in old, dirty-looking sneakers that don't get the attention that you once gave them. We stop paying attention to the shoes and trying desperately to keep them as white as possible. What once was conformity to the newness becomes a conformity to its oldness. And then there comes a day when you just throw the old haggard pair away and you get yourself a new one. And so it is with our love relationships. It's great in the beginning. It's fun, it's clean, it's new. We conform to the way it makes us feel. We live off of the emotions, that emotional high. We try like hell to please our partner. We pay attention to them in a greater fashion when the relationship is new, just like the new white shoes. But over time, we stop paying attention to the one that you say you love. You stop doing the things you once did for them in the beginning. The new white shoes is your newly formed relationship. You do what you can to keep the shoes as clean as possible, and you do what you can to make your love partner as happy as you can, as possible. Over time, however, once the shoes get worn over and over, they get dirty. As I mentioned, they don't look as appealing as they once did. And so they start to get neglected. And isn't that what we do in our love relationships too? Over time, we become used to that person. And month after month, year after year, things start to become old. Things may not look as appealing as they once did. So neglect starts to set in and take place. And when he or she starts to get neglected, they may or may not tell you that they feel as if they're getting neglected. Maybe they do and you get a full-blown out argument day after day. But that's where the major issues can start to come into play. Now for some, neglect may mean that you turn to someone else to get the attention that they crave. And no matter what, no one handles infidelity very well. Not at all. So what we must do is not only completely understand each other by studying our personality types and our cosmic blueprints, what we're here, what we're designed to do, but we should keep things fresh and new by keeping things up to date, our relationships. And we do this through a conscious effort on how we show up in life. We should stay emotionally in tune with our partner. And we do that by effective communication. The only way that our needs can be met is by telling one another what those needs are. If there's something that's missing in your relationship, it will be a lack of effort on your part and too much old programming that should be released. The brain holds on to an awful amount of beliefs that simply aren't true, or they don't have any benefit in our lives anymore, Now my partner, Jasmine, she reminded me of something that really made me value her so much more. And she talked about how males are the hunter and the woman is his prey. And what often males do is once the chase is over, that being time, the attention to her is also changed, often for the worse. Perhaps work starts to encroach upon the time and energy you once put into her in the beginning. And that needs to shift, If you called into work sick to be with her in the beginning, perhaps calling into work sick from time to time when you're 3 years into your relationship would be ideal, If you're married and still treat your wife as your prey, the love sector of your relationship is going to flourish. I mean, that's just basic when you think about it from a logical perspective. That's just basic stuff. Now, I always view life as the great balance, the yin and the yang, the black and the white. And that's not different with our love relationships. If we find balance in our work, in our love lives, in our hobbies, we then have the ability to keep things fresh and new. And, just like the shiny new white sneaker, we keep our relationship just like this, we're gonna flourish. Understanding how we're programmed, how our coding within our brain is essential to keeping our love relationships growing towards the light year after year. So if you have a stale relationship right now, perhaps going back in time and doing what you did in the beginning of how you actually got your girl or your boy that you're with right now may be the best idea you could ever act upon right now. I'm Logan with Brain, Body, Soul. Thanks for watching.
Brain, body, soul. Live life from the inside.